Technical data of Fw-190 D9 fighter. Crew, 1 person. Maximum takeoff weight, 4,840 kilograms. Dimensions, length x height x wingspan, 10.20 x 3.35 x 10.50 m. Power plant, number of engines x power, 1 x 1776 HP. Maximum flight speed at an altitude of 6,600 m, 685 km per hour. Rate of climb, 12 to 14 m/s. Practical ceiling, 12,000 m. Flying range, 835 km. Armament, 2x13mm MG-131 machine guns, 2x20mm MG-151 cannons. Maximum bomb load, 500 kilograms. The initial failures of Messerschmitt Bf-109 fighters in combat with Soviet I-15s and I-16s in the skies of Spain and the desire to protect themselves from similar troubles in the future prompted the Luftwaffe command to hold a competition in 1938 to design a more powerful fighter. The Focke-Wulf Company took part in this competition by submitting a design for a fighter with a BMW 139 air-cooled Star engine. The designer of the plane, Kurt Tonke, used an unfashionable air-cooled engine at the time. In the expectation that despite its large cross-sectional area and the resulting higher drag, the extremely high engine output, 1,550 HP versus the 635 HP water-cooled JMO 210D engine of the early Bf-109, would provide the airplane with excellent performance. The first flight of Fw-196 prototype, which took place in June 1939, and subsequent tests confirmed the designer's expectations. The speed at an altitude of 5,000 m was 595 km per hour against 550 km per hour of the latest modification Bf-109 times 10 to the power of -3. The aircraft had good maneuverability and ease of control, and higher landing stability than the Bf-109. Provided by strong landing gear with a wide track. Some problems arose only from engine overheating, which caused the temperature in the cockpit to rise to 55 degrees during flight. However, the delay in the development of the aircraft was due to another reason. BMW proposed that the more powerful and promising BMW 801 engine be used instead of the BMW 139 engine. This engine was longer and much heavier, which required redesigning the undercarriage, moving the cockpit 300 mm to the rear of the fuselage, and significantly strengthening the landing gear. All this entailed a lot of less significant changes, so the first flight of Focke-Wulf Fw-190 V5 with a new engine took place only in the spring of 1940. The aircraft successfully passed the tests and was put into series production after some changes were made to its design, the most important of which was, perhaps, to increase the wingspan by 1 meter in order to increase maneuverability. The aircraft was an all-metal monoplane with a low-lying wing and retractable in-flight 3-column landing gear with a tail wheel. The semi-monocoque fuselage consisted of 3 pressurized compartments: the engine compartment, the tail compartment and the cockpit compartment. Engine compartments, as a rule, were made at engine plants and delivered together with hoods, oil cooler, oil tank and necessary spigots. At aircraft factories, they were riveted together with the cockpit and tail bays made there. Well perfected in terms of manufacturing technology was the design of the wing of the aircraft. It consisted of 2 parts, upper and lower, each assembled by the method of high-performance open riveting of the skin panels to the frame. Both parts of the wing were joined together also by riveting method, and the wing ends and leading edge details were fastened with screws. The advantages of such a wing design became fully apparent at the final stage of World War II, when it was necessary to deploy mass production of fighters to combat enemy aircraft. The Fw-190's cockpit was designed with the usual concern of German aircraft designers to provide the pilot with the best conditions for combat. The aircraft radio equipment included a Fug-16ZY transceiver station with a radio compass unit, and a Fug-25A aircraft identification radio station. The Luftwaffe's Focke-Wulf 190 fighter. The majority of Fw-190s were powered by the 14-cylinder BMW 801 air-cooled Star engine in C and D versions. In the course of production, the engine was steadily improved and its output increased from 1,560 to 1,700 HP. By early 1944, when the possibility of increasing the output of the BMW 801 was exhausted, the airplane was equipped with a water-cooled JMO 213 engine rated at 2,240 HP. The engines were powered by VDM 0 to 12,176 A33 blade metal propellers, each 3,300 mm in diameter. The work of the propeller group was largely automated. The first versions of the fighter had two synchronized 7.92 mm MG-17 machine guns over the engine, two synchronized 20 mm MG-151 guns, and two unsynchronized 20 mm MG-FF cannons. Later, after the 7.92 mm guns were replaced with 20 mm cannons and after more powerful guns, including 30 mm cannons, were installed in the wings, the weight of the minute salvo put the Fw-190 beyond competition. In addition to its heavy machine gun and cannon armament, the Focke-Wulf Fw-190 could carry a very heavy bomb load. Depending on the aircraft version, bombs weighing up to 700 to 1,000 kilograms could be suspended on the external sling, and up to 1,800 kilograms in the reloading version.